Hello, future teacher. Welcome to the start of our detailed guide to passing the General Curriculum Test as part of the Massachusetts Tests for Educator Licensure, proudly presented by teacherpreps.com. This exam assesses your understanding of specific subjects, ensuring you're aligned with Massachusetts educator licensure regulations. In order to be totally ready for test day, be aware that the General Curriculum Test is split into two subtests. Subtest 1, Language Arts, History, and Social Science. Subtest 2, Mathematics, Science, and Technology and Engineering. Each subtest includes 60 multiple-choice questions and one open response item. You can take one or both subtests within 4 hours. Furthermore, you need to achieve a score of at least 240 on each subtest to pass. Want to study the smart way so you can make passing your general curriculum exam simple? Get instant access to this complete general curriculum test prep from teacherpreps.com and set yourself up for success to pass. Hello, future teacher, and welcome to our comprehensive teacher certification test preparation online training lesson. Today, we'll be covering social studies instruction. Let's get started. 1. Interpretation and analysis of visual and data representations. First, we need to understand how to interpret and analyze various forms of information. This includes pictures, maps, graphs, charts, diagrams, and timelines. Each type of visual aid has a specific purpose and a particular way it should be analyzed. For example, when looking at a map, identify the legend, scale, and type of map. Is it physical or political? What patterns do you notice? Understanding these elements will help you effectively convey information to your students and interpret data in real-world situations. 2. Distinguishing between facts and opinions. It's crucial to teach our students the difference between facts and opinions. Facts are objective, verifiable, and unbiased. They are based on evidence. Opinions, however, are subjective and based on personal feelings or beliefs. They vary among individuals and are not always verifiable. Recognizing this difference is essential for developing critical thinking skills. 3. Recognizing cause and effect relationships. Understanding cause and effect relationships is a key skill in many subjects. A cause is an event or action that makes something else happen, while the effect is what happens as a result of the cause. Look for signal words like because, therefore, and consequently to identify these relationships in texts. Teaching this concept can involve storytelling, real-world applications, and interactive activities. 4. Assessing the credibility of source information. Next, let's talk about source credibility, which is crucial for teaching, research, and decision-making. When assessing a source's credibility, consider the authorship, publication source, citations and references, date of publication, bias and objectivity, and corroboration. Teach your students to ask critical questions about these aspects to ensure they are using reliable information. 5. Stages in the inquiry process. The inquiry process is a systematic approach to learning and research. It involves identifying topics, developing questions, forming hypotheses, gathering and organizing information, analyzing data, drawing conclusions, communicating findings, and reflecting on the learning process. Each stage plays a vital role in developing a thorough understanding of a topic. 6. Using and evaluating different types of sources. In social studies, using a variety of sources, such as primary, secondary, and tertiary sources, is fundamental. Each type has its specific use and requires a different approach to analysis. It's also important to teach ethical use of sources, including proper citation and avoiding plagiarism. 7. Effective instructional practices and strategies. Effective teaching involves a variety of instructional practices and strategies. These include direct instruction, inquiry-based learning, cooperative learning, and differentiated instruction. Each strategy serves a different purpose and can be more effective depending on the learning objectives and the needs of the students. 8. Planning and delivering instruction. When planning and delivering instruction, it's essential to select appropriate instructional resources, align them with learning objectives, and ensure they are suitable for the grade level and student needs. This might include textbooks, supplementary materials, multimedia resources, and hands-on materials. 9. Assessment and evaluation. Understanding different types of assessments is key to effective teaching. These include formative, assumptive, diagnostic, performance-based, and peer and self-assessments. Each type serves a specific purpose in the learning process, from diagnosing students' prior knowledge to evaluating their learning at the end of a unit. 10. Technology integration. Finally, integrating technology in teaching is becoming increasingly important. This includes selecting age-appropriate technology, using tools for teaching, communication, and research, and ensuring all students have access to these technologies. By mastering these topics, you will be well prepared to pass your teacher certification test. Now, test your own readiness with this social studies instruction practice test once you're logged into teacherpreps.com. Introduction to Government and Citizenship. Welcome to our comprehensive exploration of government and citizenship. This session is designed to deepen your understanding of the various government structures, their functions, and their integral role in society. Whether you're preparing for your elementary teacher certification exam or planning to bring these concepts into your classroom, this guide will provide you with the essential knowledge you need. Understanding the federal government. Let's start at the top with the federal government, which is structured into three branches: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. The executive branch, led by the president, enforces laws and oversees the country's defense and foreign policy. The legislative branch, or Congress, crafts laws and holds the purse strings of the nation, while the judicial branch interprets these laws and ensures they adhere to the Constitution. The purpose of this three-tiered system is to provide a stable yet flexible framework that maintains the unity and security of the entire country. State government, tailored governance. Moving to the state government, which mirrors the federal structure with its own executive, legislative, and judicial branches, but operates within the confines of state boundaries. State governments handle everything from public safety and health to education, tailoring their laws and policies to meet the unique needs of their residents. It's a dynamic system where state-specific issues can be addressed swiftly and effectively. Local government, closest to the community. On the most accessible level, we have local government. The structure here can vary significantly, but often includes a mayor-council or council-manager system. Local governments deal with day-to-day community services like waste collection, policing, and public transportation. Their direct impact on citizens' daily lives makes them a crucial layer of governance. The dance of power, sharing responsibilities. Understanding how these branches of government share power and responsibilities is key. They operate under a system of checks and balances where each branch has the authority to amend or veto the actions of the others, maintaining a balance that prevents any single branch from becoming too powerful. For instance, while the president can veto laws, Congress can override that veto with enough votes. Similarly, the Supreme Court can deem laws unconstitutional, checking the powers of both the executive and legislative branches. The role of law in the U.S. constitutional system. The United States prides itself on a robust legal framework, starting with the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. This document outlines the structure of government and the rights of its citizens, ensuring that no law or decree can supersede the constitutional provisions. It's a system designed to protect individual freedoms while maintaining order and justice at every level of government. From documents to daily life, the U.S. political system in action. In the U.S., the political system is not just about elections and governance. It's about how these elements translate into everyday benefits and responsibilities for its citizens. From the right to vote to the obligation to serve on a jury, these civic duties are foundational to maintaining the democratic principles of the nation. Moreover, understanding key historical documents like the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights is crucial as they encapsulate the ideals upon which the country was founded. Teaching government and civics effectively. As educators, bringing these concepts to life involves more than just lectures. It's about engaging students with interactive discussions, multimedia resources, and practical activities that illustrate the workings of government and the importance of civic participation. Whether it's through role-playing legislative sessions or analyzing case studies on landmark Supreme Court rulings, the goal is to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of how government and citizenship play pivotal roles in shaping society. As we wrap up this session, remember that the best way to make sure you are ready for your teacher certification exam is to visit teacherpreps.com, get signed in, and take our government and citizenship practice test so you can ace the exam on your next try. Welcome, everyone. Today, you will learn different forms of economic systems. This understanding is crucial and will give you a solid foundation to pass your teacher certification exam. Decoding forms of government. Let's start by unpacking the various types of government. 1. Democracy. Here, power truly lies in the hands of the people. Democracies often foster capitalist or mixed economies, promoting markets where individual economic freedoms flourish. This setup allows for public participation in economic decision-making, leading to vibrant and diverse economic environments. 2. Monarchy. Whether it's an absolute or a constitutional monarchy, the economic impact can vary. In absolute monarchies, you might see more centralized economic control, whereas constitutional monarchies like the UK blend monarchic elements with democratic processes, influencing the economy in ways similar to democracies. 3. Theocracy. In governments ruled by religious laws, economic activities are often closely aligned with religious doctrines. This can restrict certain types of businesses and affect the overall economic landscape. 4. Totalitarianism. Under totalitarian regimes, the government holds tight reins over the economy, often resulting in command economies where innovation and individual entrepreneurial activities might be stifled. 5. Republic. In republics, the government is a public matter, and officials are elected to represent the people. This system supports various economic systems, but generally upholds laws that protect private property and encourage free enterprise, navigating through monetary and fiscal policies. Now, let's talk about the pillars of economic strategy: monetary and fiscal policies. Monetary policy involves regulating the money supply and interest rates, managed by the nation's central bank. Fiscal policy, on the other hand, concerns government spending and taxation. Both are instrumental in steering the economic ship, influencing everything from inflation rates to public investment. Delving deeper into democratic republicanism. Transitioning to the ideologies of democratic republicanism, this form of government blends the ideals of democracy with the structure of a republic. It champions principles like popular sovereignty, where the power is vested in the people, and the rule of law, ensuring that everyone, including government officials, is accountable under the law. Economically, democratic republicanism supports a free market economy where supply and demand dictate market conditions, and private property rights are staunchly protected. The government's role is generally limited, focusing on creating favorable conditions for economic growth and safeguarding public welfare. The role of economic concepts in governance. Understanding basic economic concepts such as supply and demand, scarcity and opportunity cost is vital. These principles help us analyze government policies and their effectiveness. For instance, how does a government decide to allocate its limited resources? What are the trade-offs? These decisions are at the heart of economic policymaking, global economic systems, and interdependencies. In our interconnected world, the global economic system plays a crucial role. Nations are linked through trade, investment, and policy. Understanding these interdependencies helps us grasp how domestic economies are influenced by and, in turn, affect the global economic landscape. Teaching economics and government effectively. Great. Now it's time to head on over to teacherpreps.com to take the economics practice test and make sure you will be fully prepared to master your teacher certification exam on test day.